In an exclusive interview with Express.co.uk, Matt Jackson Smith discussed how he had to perform an operation on a frog while filming for the Yorkshire Vet. Matt said it was a nerve-wracking process before admitting it was the first time he'd ever performed the procedure on a frog. During the new Channel 5 series, which begins tonight, Matt was faced with a frog who kept having a rectal prolapse. "I just needed to put some stitching material, some fine stitching material around his back end, just to narrow the opening and to ensure the rectum stayed in the correct position," Matt recalled. "Sometimes it can be a problem. Underlying infections and such like that, but because the tissue is so delicate, if they prolapse and it stays out and dries up, it can die, so you need to make sure everything stays in where it should be." The Yorkshire Vet's Peter Wright admits he doesn't see co-stars. Latest, the vet went on to explain when performing surgery on the frog, he needed to think about so many things, including what drugs to use. "It's all about having confidence in those basic principles and dealing with reptiles and amphibians and applying them to each species that comes your way, really, so it's always nerve-wracking," the vet continued. "I think for any sort of procedure that you do, you've always got to be prepared for things going wrong. So certainly anything out of the ordinary or unusual, you definitely need to do your research beforehand." Don't miss. The Yorkshire Vet's Peter Wright finds fame difficult to comprehend. Insight: the Yorkshire Vet's Peter Wright halts filming of staple viewing series. News: Peter Wright remains upbeat despite the loss of small farms. Latest, Matt added, "You need to make sure that you've got all the instruments that you need, all the drugs you need, and you just crack on." Matt's interest in amphibians grew even further after working alongside a number of vets and surgeons in Hong Kong. The vet said he wanted to take a 2-week break to learn more and to increase his skill. He said, "I wanted to get an idea of what practice, and more specifically exotic practices, is like over there. So it was one of those classic things, where you think, you'll get round to doing it, and then suddenly, you don't get around to doing, and I was like, right, I'm gonna have 2 weeks in July and we're gonna have a little bit of an educational and cultural break." Elsewhere on Tuesday's installment, Julian Norton operates on a cat who has a strange lump he says looks like it's come from a different planet. While 2 of Peter Wright's farming friends head to the practice with a ewe who's struggling to give birth to large twin lambs. The Yorkshire Vet airs on Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Channel 5.
From